5, 6, 7, 8. There's at least 9.
Oh.
They're all on the right. There's one right by the road at our 1 o'clock.
Oh, it reminds me of home.
At least one of those little deer out there on the right. No, it looks like a couple of them. Look for the smaller ones. Those were twin fawns last summer, born about June. Almost as big as mom now, but not quite. That's the 2 smaller ones.
Hello.
It's hard to tell if any of these are males. I don't see any so far. The males are not, or they wouldn't be growing big antlers yet. So they just have those pedestals on their head, and people usually call them button bucks.
When those little fawns are born, they are covered with spots, as are the elk calves. Those white color spots help them to hide in the forest. It looks like little spots of sun. And they'll keep those spots throughout the summer until their winter coat grows out in the late summer, early fall. Then those spots will just kind of disappear into the darker coat. So that's why the babies we just saw don't have spots anymore.
Like Bambi, right? Oh. We are going to have that bighorn sheep herd. They're going to be on the left-hand side. They're currently right ahead of us. Looks like they moved down a little bit. Let's see if the males are in with the females. It looks like the males have actually mingled in with the females, which is really weird behavior for this time of year. They only do that typically during the rut or mating season. And just recently, I think yesterday and today, they've been kind of mingling in, so we don't know what's going on.
A big storm or something, maybe.
The wind.
Yeah.
So you can see those big males with the full curl, as Dale mentioned. That full set of horns can weigh up to 30 pounds on their head. Now they only weigh up to 300 pounds, so that's quite a big set of horns to carry around on your head.
How much one was the horn weight?
They're charred in. There's something hard inside of them. There's a sheet.
And when we were at that museum at the park, they were hollow inside. Yeah, they must have something.
All right, we're going to continue on.
No, no wagon, but there's nobody inside.
Like the deer claws
They just drive around.
deer. It's got that tissue inside.
He's practicing.
A lot of the trees out here are falling down. That's mainly due to the windfall. They had a pretty bad storm out here not too long ago, and a lot of trees fell down, so that's why when it gets really windy, we get a little nervous. So this is glacially carved land, so not too far down, maybe 3 or 4 feet, it's rock. So these trees will grow their roots out horizontally instead of down vertically into the soil. So if a big wind comes through, they're pretty easily knocked down. And then if one falls down, it kind of takes a bunch of them with it, like dominoes. We're coming up on Pothole Lake. That's on our left-hand side. That is a lake that was created by the glaciers. I was just mentioning them. Basically, a large boulder or iceberg sat there for a really long time, made a big indent, and then it filled in with water. So we call it Pothole Lake. There's a lot of small lakes like that around Washington.
There's a human. Yeah? Human. Homo sapiens. Over there.
Homo sapiens.
Homo sapiens.
Homo sapiens.
How do you
It
know
looks
it's
like our
sapiens?
second pair of trumpeter swans. It's going to be on Pothole Lake.
I would say it was a male.
They kind of claim this is their area.
Could you see any markings?
Huh?
A couple of you are spotting caribou. The road goes right around the pond. We're going to be over there much closer to them in just a moment.
Well, we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to kind of go a little faster around the swans. And hopefully we can slow down a little for the caribou.
Let me think about it. I think that I use the ice.
We have two different types of caribou out here, barren ground and woodland. The barren ground are the caribou that you find in the big herds that kind of run across the tundra. The woodland are a little bit more endangered. You don't typically see them in quite as large groups.
These are trumpet.
It has its winter coat on.
We actually won't let the caribou out into the free roaming area until the last elk has shed its
And the
antlers.
European ones are different.
And that's because those caribou, they grow such large antlers, they think they're big and tough like the elk, and they'll try to pick a fight with them. Well, you can see the size of a caribou is not really comparable to the size of an elk, so they can get seriously injured. And since those woodland caribou are so endangered, we don't want them to get hurt. We're going to have them real close on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. And these guys are growing antlers, so they're in velvet.
As you look at the caribou on either side, you'll notice, like so many of the other animals you've seen today, they are also shedding profusely. They're all having a bad hair month as we get into the spring and the warmer weather.